For kids trying to make that transition to junior hockey, whether it be major junior, tier two junior, what are some things that are important to have a good grip on or a good fundamental base around in order to be able to transition well to juniors?
Man, it's all about like just when you play. So at that level, everybody can stop the puck, right? It's to be for us, for our goalies, when they go to, like, let's say, and now this is a good time. We're almost in August. The guys are heading to the junior major camp, okay, or tier two junior, or even major triple A. So they know how to stop a puck. They all know if they've been there. If they're invited to the camp, they already know that, and they're good at it, and they have their quality and their strength and their weakness. But for us, and for me, for my part, what I think the big change and what they really need to work on, it's all the off ice changes. The thing is, the pucks stay the same pucks, and the transition from the midget to the junior, it's all about the speed. It's all about the
Mm,
reaction. It's all about the play stay the same, right? So
yeah.
for us, it's the major thing they need to understand and to work on. It's all about off ice changes, the environment. They have to deal with the high and the low, because when you're invited at a camp, you're happy, right? So you're like kind of showing off. Yeah, I'm going to the Acadie Batters camp.
Yeah,
I'm
everybody
going to
wants the jacket, right?
exactly. So you have the high, but when you get there, even if all summer you practice, you have the stress, all the stress that goes in. And man, you come to on the ice and you're shaking and you're like, okay, so now I'm there. I'm not with my friend on the boat saying, yeah, I'm going to a junior major camp. I'm going to a pro camp. Man, you're on the ice now. So that, and now there's a low, so they get score on. They're getting tired faster because
Mm,
they're nervous. So for us and for me, when I prepare my guys from the midget to the junior, first of all, yes, we work like on the speed. Yes, we work on the higher shot. We have guys from the AHLs. Like
yeah,
we're lucky to have the Laval Rocket close to us, and a
yeah,
lot of guys are from the region, so it's cool. So for our younger guys who are going junior, we have some AHL guys coming to shoot on them, so
mhm,
they're prepared for it. But as soon as they get there, if the emotion part, the mental part of their game is not there, so they have high and they have low, man, they're done. So to be honest, like, we can talk about it for an hour about technique, what changed from midget to junior,
yeah.
or let's say the speed, or all the other points. But for me, the most important, find a balance, try to deal with the high and the low, try to stay the consistency that we were talking at the beginning. That's where it's huge those days.
Yeah, no, I think the same thing, right? It's sort of like nowadays, and I'm a bit of a smaller guy, but it's like, how do some of these small guys compete in a world of big goaltenders?
Yeah,
Because that mental side of the game is so important, and being able to have that emotional stability. Because when you go to major junior, the buildings are packed with fans. There's way more distractions. You're competing with other really good goalies. There's transactions. The coaches are down your
yeah.
throat. So it's like you said, riding those highs and lows. But I'm just curious for you, like, what do you tell your guys or what do you work with them on to build out to help them find that balance and that emotional stability when they play?
So first of all, what we do, we always have a good talk. So that's, I think that's the first of all, and to see where they at, how they feel. It's important in those days. Like the goalie coach, you have to be a listener, right? So most of the time, people will think that, oh, the goalie coach will tell me everything. No, we're there to listen to you. We're just there to make you feel you good,
Yeah.
feel good about yourself, feel good about your technique. So, and on the ice after that, yeah. So we talk about this, and that. So when we jump on the ice, now how can you be comfortable in those kind of drills? So let's say right now there's a big trend. Everybody's talking about the overlap. Okay, so some goalies, they see
Mm,
that and they ask a question. Okay, so I never overlap of my life, or I did, but I don't really understand. So what we try to do is just, okay, understand the concept, understand the concept first, why you use it, how can you use it, when to use it, and then now you feel comfortable mentally to use it. Now let's practice it. So it's not about just, hey, let's jump on the ice, let's do this and that, and the ice, it's over. But let's see each other tomorrow. No, it's not like that. So for a guy who's going junior, and for the guys who are listening now, try to understand, and it's all about the system again. Try to understand why you do that move, why you need to understand when to shift your weight, when to go in reverse
Mm-hmm.
BH, when to do this and that. So I don't want to go deep into every technique, but I mean understand why you're doing it, and
Mm-hmm.
then practice it. So if you did the movement, for me, and I know it's not all the goalie coach, they have the same mentality, but for me, do the good reps, except instead of doing like a lot of reps, do good reps. And
Mm-hmm.
when you go to your camp, when you'll be in a game in front of 5,000 people, man, you did that thousands and thousands of times. So you
Right.
understand the overlap, when to do it. When the situation will happen, you'll just do it. You won't think about it. You'll just do it, and you'll feel comfortable to play with your body, to play the angle, to play like, okay, there's a guy back there. What I'm doing, there's a rush or whatever. So you practice it, you did it, you understand it, and then you in a game it's like the exam. So when we have the chat with the guys, I always tell them, okay, so what's going on in your head,
Mm-hmm.
what's your strength, what you're good at. Okay, cool. What you need to work on this summer, because you know the midget AAA, it's not the junior major. The junior major, it's not Europe, it's not the
Yeah.
NHL, it's not the AHL. So there's a huge gap to understand, but the game stay the same. The game, if you understand the game, if you understand why you're doing it, that's it. And that's the same. I was talking the other day with Zach. We're talking about some technique, like, okay, there's a guy walking close to the board, what you do, and blah blah blah. And man, we had a different opinion. But because every goalies are different, and as a goalie coach, we need to understand, okay, so you play it like that because of boom. And that's the same thing when you do the transition from junior,
Yeah.
or from midget to junior, or junior to pro.
Yeah. Well, I saw in your elite prospects that you still been playing a bit of minor pro the last few years out in Quebec region and a little bit in the Federal Pro League after finishing juniors in the States. I'm just curious, what was the biggest difference you noticed between minor pro hockey and juniors?
Oh man, to be honest with you, it's it's hard to say, because I got in some teams, man. I got like so many shots all the time, and
Yeah.
me, like you probably saw, I got really really unlucky in my playing career. I
Yeah.
think I got injured every 2 weeks. Like I,
Oh, no way, man.
man, it was crazy. Like concussion, broken finger, my ankle, and I got really unlucky. And I don't want to go back and be negative with that. For me, I learned a lot from that, and I
Yeah.
understand, like, okay, so maybe I was not prepared well enough. Maybe I was like lacking on some part of my game, so that's why I got injured. So when I was junior, I was playing here in Quebec, and I got the chance at like 19 years old to go play in the States.
Yeah.
I went there for the experience. Like I was a big believer. In my head, I was playing pro. Like all my life, like I'm a big, like I have the determination, and I'm working hard all the time.
Hmm.
So I knew I was going pro. So I'm like, okay, I'll go there, and I had good contacts there. I had like two NHL scout talks to me. They're like, okay, so you're there. That's not the best junior league, but you know what? Just work hard, and we'll help you after. So I
Hmm.
got to the junior there. I got a lot of shots, and man, it was like the transition was like, okay, so let's just have fun, and that's it. But
Right.
after, to go play, example, is in the federal or this, I think for me the biggest change is not about the play, it's about myself. How I visualize the game was way different. In junior, I was constantly thinking of, I want to succeed, I want to be the best, I want to
Hmm.
get to the pros, I want to get an NCAA scholarship. That was all in my head. When I think after that season, my 20 years old season, I got a scout from the Calgary Flame. He saw me play in the showcase. He really, really likes me, and he's like, "Listen, now you're too old to go to a D1, so go play there in D3. It's close to my house. I'll go see you, and I'll help you. I know you have something special. Uh, we'll get you something in the East Coast
Hmm.
after. Go take your degree, and that's it." So for me, I was like, "Okay, that's great. That's what I want to do." And just in August, man, I overtrained, but I like I said, I like training some part of my body, so I got injured again to my ankle. So
Mm.
for us Canadian to go play in the States, yeah, I had some money because of academics, but
Oh
in
yeah,
B3
way
you don't
more.
have like for sports, you know. So yeah, my dad's like, no, no, you're not going there if you're not playing the first year.
Yeah.
So finally, I decide. I'm like, okay, I think the dream is over now for now. So I went there and play for this in the Federal Hockey League and some semi pro.
Yeah.
But man, it was so different because in my mind I was just playing to have fun, and that's when I realized that hey, if I was doing that since I'm like 16,
Yeah.
maybe all the journey would be different. So I just start
Mm.
having fun, man, playing the puck, smiling with the guys. A bit like well, we can talk later about it, but like Fleury, kind of man. I was just enjoying to be on the ice, and every day, man, it was like okay, I'm going on the ice today. I'm happy. I'll just go there, have fun. So the speed from junior to the pros guys or the semi pro, it's a little adjustment, that's for sure. But
Hmm.
I say little, but it's huge adjustment. But for me, the major adjustment, it was all in my mind, all in my head to change. Like I shift completely my vision of hockey, and that's when everything's going good. After I got the chance to meet some great guy, I got the chance to go on the ice with the Montreal Canadiens, with the Laval Rocket, go
Nice.
practice with all those pros during the season. Got a couple time as emergency goalie as well for the Montreal Canadiens. One time Bobrovsky got almost injured, so I almost dressed.
Nice.
So so when he was playing in Columbus, so yeah, man. So everything start to all the puzzles start getting back together when I understand, man. It's all about fun. It's not about like stress and
Yeah.
nervous and all those crap, man. It's killing the goalie. So
Hmm. I always say that, and I like that we're talking about this because it's obviously really hard to make the NHL, and that shouldn't damper anybody's goals. But now being sort of late into my career, I realized that hockey was always about the journey. It was never really about the destination, right?
exactly.
And I enjoyed every second of the journey, and I just sort of embraced my own journey. Like, I wasn't mad because Carey Price was going to the NHL at 18. I was still going on the ice and having fun every day and just enjoying the game and having love for the game, passion for the game, and competing instead of having all that stress on me. And late in my college career, I think I did that. I might have put a little bit too much stress on myself, and then I wasn't having fun anymore. And then when I went pro, I trickled down into the Federal League too. And I said, you know what, I'm gonna start having fun again. And
Yep.
from that day I started having fun. I found my love for the game again, and ended up working my way back up now, sort of through that hole. But I realized that it was never really about the destination. It was always about the journey, because when you walk away from it all, what did you get out of it? You're getting a lot more out of it than just the NHL, the lifelong friends, the lessons, the fun that you have. And if
Huge.
you
Yeah.
and if you're so focused on the dream and you miss all that along the way, well, one day you're gonna regret it big time that you didn't enjoy it while it sort of lasted, right?
Oh man, and it's huge. And what I tell my goalies, it's trust the process, man. Just enjoy every day. Don't think about tomorrow. Yes, you have to have the system. You have to understand what you're doing today to get better tomorrow. That's for sure. But when you're on the ice, just give your best. If you don't feel well that day, man, we're all human. It's you let in 5 goals, you have like 5,000 fans cheering, like not cheering at you or just boo you or whatever. So it's part of the job. You have to trust the process, and like you said, at the end of your career in the NCAA in college hockey, you're like, okay, probably you're like, okay, so where I'm going, and will I have a chance in the pros? It's all question that most of the time will kill us. And you say Carey Price at 18, but Carey Price, you still look at him today. Oh, he's like composed in net and everything. He's so calm. He's so like he's in control. And you know what? Everybody can be in control. It's you choose to be in control. If you don't want to be in control, you won't be. But if you choose to be in control and you understand why, you know what, man? It's all about the system again. If you have your system of your practice, your habits, system on nutrition, system on the ice, off the ice, how you prepare before a game, that's part of your system. At what time you come to the ring, that's part of the system. What do you do after a game? What's your thought after the game? It's all about the system, man. It's trust the process, and you'll get there. And like you said, like me, I didn't succeed. I didn't play like at the highest of the pro like I was imagining in my head when I was younger. But man, I'm winning my life of hockey right now, and that's what put money on the table, like food on the table. I'm coaching goalie. I'm hockey every day, 100%. I'm not doing anything else. I met so many people from Europe, from United States. I visit so many places. Man, hockey it's a life lesson, and that's it.
Hmm.
So
Yeah. No, I agree with you, man. You got to enjoy it, and it's a beautiful game and it's a beautiful lifestyle, and you don't want to let it pass you by and look back and say, you know what, I wish I would have just smiled a little more, and just enjoyed the lifestyle a little more because and you say like, yeah, I wasn't successful, but just playing pro hockey in general, I think probably like 0.001% of kids who ever pick up a stick even ever get to play one game of pro hockey. So in the grand scheme of things, I think a lot of people, it's sort of NHL or bust, and that's why I say, you
yeah,
know what, hockey is so much more about the journey than the end destination. Because even for you, like, your playing career ended, but your journey is still going on. It's just in a different way. You're giving back to goaltenders and you're enjoying life, and you're making a big impact on the game and the position, right?
yeah.
Um, so maybe we can dive into your process behind your ice sessions with your goaltenders. I'm just curious, what sort of, like, how do you sort of structure your typical private session, and what exactly do you try to focus on the most with your goaltenders from like start to finish?